Hey everyone, hello. Sorry I'm a few minutes late, running around trying to get some things done for several different things, but I'm here just about 10 minutes late, so I hope you didn't miss me because I was late. But I am Pam Savage with Young at Heart Creations. Welcome to my craft room, my home, in my fun hour and a half, you never know with me. Tonight I'm going to try something different that I've never done before. I'm going to paint on, this is a tote is what I'm calling it, handbag tote. It's made out of burlap, and then the front of it is like a painter's canvas, like a drop cloth. And I've already done a little bit of base coating on it. Hi Christy, hello. So I'm going to try to paint on this tonight. I've never used this product. It is Deco Art Fabric Painting Medium. So I'm going to try to use this, and it says you're supposed to mix 2 parts paint to 1 part medium. So I'm going to kind of guesstimate what that is. We'll see how it turns out. Let me go ahead and get you pulled up here on my iPad so I can try to keep up with comments. How's everybody's Thursday going? Ours is going great here. We had a few storms earlier, lots of rain, but I think it's calmed down now, and I think we've gone from in the 50s and 60s to we're supposed to be in the middle 90s all next week. So that's okay. That's all right. We'll take it. All right. See if I got you up here. Got you going. Okay. So I'm going to mix. I did go ahead. I've got some wax paper that I've stuffed down in here so that it won't go all the way through to the burlap. And I have gone ahead, since I'm doing a beehive and some bees and maybe some plants and things here. So anytime I use yellow, I like to do a base coat of white just so it shows up better. I've got a heart in here for the opening, and that's going to be red. And I did forget to grab me some red, so let's get some red here right quick. Let's use tomato red, and we will shade it in some rockwood. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the yellow on first, and I'm going to use, let's see, I kind of want a bright yellow since we're going to be, let's use the cadmium yellow. And thought I had all my colors out, but I guess I don't. And let's use apple barrel golden sunset to shade that with. Okay, so first I need to mix. I'm going to be mixing in this egg, this Easter egg that I got at Walmart last year. So I'm going to be mixing in that, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to bring you down. Before I do that, just want to let you know, last time I looked, I didn't look right before I came on, but I'm only 7, or let's see, well, that'll be frontwards for you, left to right. 7 followers away from my 800 goal for this month. 7. So you know what happens once I hit another 100 mark on there, I get to send out some happy mail. So I would love that. And I just found out last week, I think I had said something on here earlier. Hair's going like crazy. Anyway, I said something on here earlier that, and I did not realize, but if you like what you see, if you enjoy this tonight, when you send out hearts, I've been sending on here, anybody that sees this, please reply. I'm doing a test to see how many of my almost 800 followers actually see my posts and in my lives. And I didn't get a lot of response back, and I've learned that Facebook, they monitor, or they control how many people they send your things out to. Hi, Nancy. So I've learned that when you're on the live, if you send out hearts on anything on somebody's page, if you hit that heart button, that helps us get more reach out to more followers. So anytime you're on here, I would appreciate those little hearts. How do you make a heart here? Okay, close enough. All right, I'm going to bring you down, and we're going to get started on this, and we're going to see how it turns out. I painted on a sweatshirt probably 30 years ago, but it was with a different type paint, different type, feel of fabric, and So I just thought this would be fun to try tonight. So I'm going to mix 2 parts and I'm just going to guess. There's 1. There's 2. I don't think it's going to take much paint-wise. And then I'm going to put this Deco Art Fabric Painting Medium. It says 1 part to that, and then I'll just have to mix it up. Okay, I would say that's about 1 part. And just for those of you that are wondering, that is also the way I cook. I rarely use a recipe. I just go, yeah, that looks right. And somehow it works. My homemade ice cream that my family absolutely loves. That's kind of the way I do it. I just kind of guesstimate it and it turns out. So I'm sure it'll catch up with me one of these days. All right, I've left my wet cloth in there, so I'm going to go ahead and just get a baby wipe out now because I know I'm going to need it. Okay, so I'm going to start by filling in this Beehive with that Cadmium Yellow. And we'll see if it shows up as bright as I'm hoping it's going to show up. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Now, being on cloth, it does dry differently. Takes it a little longer to dry. I'm using an angle brush. Sure flows differently than it does on the wood. And of course, this painter's canvas is very stiff. So that kind of helps. I did make me a little template just out of some, a manila folder, I think. So I just kind of was messing around with that and made me a little template as to what size I wanted. I have been so busy with orders, and I've been doing some personal orders, and I've been getting ready, been ordering things myself to try and get ready for a live sale. I've had some of you ask, could you please do a sale? We would like to purchase some things, so trying to get things ready for that. I've been working on getting things ready for the event. I've got 2 big events in the fall, one in July. So just got this little guy. That's what we did live. The only thing different is I added some of the little sprigs up there, the little pine sprigs on there. After I got off camera. So I've been really busy trying to get things ready for that. I try, because we live out in the country, and so I try not to go into town but more than once a week, you know, to save on gas and time. Make sure you're in camera here. And this week I had doctor's appointments and things that came up. And I've gone into town every day this week, except for today. And I was supposed to go today. I had an unscheduled scheduled eye appointment. I didn't know I was going to have to schedule one. I went to my eye doctor just to get new glasses because it was past time. And because of my high blood pressure, he was concerned with some things and that he was seeing. So he wanted me to go to the actual eye doctor, optometrist, and get some testing done for that. So about a couple hours or so before my appointment today, it dawned on me, I bet they're going to want to dilate my eyes. I just hadn't even thought about that, and I knew if they did that, I would not be able to do this live tonight. And I do not like putting y'all off. When I tell you I'm going to do something, I want to do it. So I called and rescheduled. They said it would be fun, you know, to do that. Okay, this yellow is showing up really pretty. My mom has been having some problems with her arm. She's been in a lot of pain the past week, so I got her to go to the doctor today. My dad took her because we were afraid she had sprained it or maybe even broken something, as much pain as she was having with it, but turned out to be arthritis really bad, so they're trying to give her something to help with the pain and swelling on that. So I'm going to go get groceries tomorrow for her. It was just raining so much today that we put it off till tomorrow. And then Logan, that y'all have seen on here painting with me, my little live buddy, he has a birthday Saturday. He will be 7 years old. Cannot believe it. 7 years. Next week we have a baby shower for our new baby that's coming. Okay, so I had definitely had enough of that yellow to go in there. I'm going to turn my fan off right quick and grab my rag, so maybe it won't dry that's in the egg out. I like to have a wet rag when I'm painting. Okay, so since we've got the yellow already out, wash that off just a little bit. And I'm just going to switch to Low Cornell number 3 round tip, and let's get the bodies of the little bees. Base coat it in. It does say on the instructions on the medium to wash your fabric first, but I didn't want to wash this. It's very, very stiff, and it has a plastic lining in it, which is good. I got it at Hobby Lobby back in the on the wearable aisle. So I'm hoping that with the hairdryer or with my heat gun, my craft heater, that I can get it to dry enough to work with it. Putting other colors over it. Okay, well, let's put a little bit of heat to it. Then I think we'll go ahead and do the heart. Hey, everybody say hey or hi when you hop on. Let me know where you're from. Are you one of my regular besties? Are you new? I've gotten 6 new followers just in the last 3 days. So I'm only 7 away from 800. So excited. I hope before the end of the summer to be able to get to 1,000, or maybe before the end of the year. I don't know. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Chris. Chris is my son. He's on a business trip in Las Vegas this week. He's been like a 3-week, 2 or 3 different places he's had to go to. So he's been really, really busy traveling. He usually doesn't travel like that, but he's been away from home, and he does not like to be away from his family. Okay, that's doing well enough that I can go ahead and work with it, I believe. Okay, let's go ahead, instead of doing the heart next, in case I need to use some of the yellow, let's use, let's see, do I want to use, let's go ahead and use Americana Antique Gold and see if we can get some shading done on this. If it doesn't show up enough, I'll go to a brown. So I have to remember, even my shading, I need to put a little bit of that fabric medium in there. So I'm just going to do a little bit. And mix it up. See if we can make that work. Okay, so I'm going to try to use this same angle brush, and I want it to come down. Let's go around the edges first. Since it is still a little bit damp, I think I might can get it to work here. We'll try it and see what we get. It just feels so different after working on wood. Just want to see if that's going to be dark enough. And I knew I was going to do this tonight, so I did not get this on sale. I guess they put it on sale when they put the paint on sale, but it was $6.49 plus tax for an 8-ounce bottle of that medium. Okay, I might go just a little bit darker. I'm going to add just a little bit of espresso into it. And just darken that up a little bit. I think that's going to help it show up a little more. Okay, let's go a little bit darker now. You can see that, but it just doesn't show up real well like I'm wanting it to. So let's try this darker. Oh yeah. And I have to also remember that working on fabric, if I goof, I can't just lick it and wipe it off like I do when I'm using, you know, wood. You can't do that. Hey, Crystal. How are you? Okay, and I'm trying to just kind of work it out there. Okay, that's showing it much better. Much better. I am putting just a little bit of moisture on my brush. I'm working on a big scarecrow in the shape of that snowman we just did. I'm doing I have to have a scarecrow head as an example at one of those events. So I was working on that last night. And I am donating things for the swag bag at Tamara Bennett's live that's in Dallas in July. It's going to be some pretty nice swag bags. So I've got 200 items that I'm having to attach my business cards to, and tying to that and getting that ready. I didn't want to go down that far. Let's see if I can get it off. Yes, okay. But I can't tell you what it is because several of you on here are going to that event. Don't want to spoil it. And she just keeps adding stuff to the event. I'm telling you, if she really charged what it was worth, it would be super, super expensive. I guess she's getting some good discounts on things through her affiliates, is how she's able to offer at the price that she is. Because y'all know I did that little bitty event back in last August, and just that, you know, the costs and everything of it, it's really expensive. And hers is, I mean, mine was nothing compared to this one, as far as what all she's having and all the presenters. So it's a good deal. And I know that if you purchase by tomorrow's the last day of the special Mother's Day special she has going on, you get $150 off of the ticket, which is awesome. I don't know how she was able to offer that, but she worked her magic and has it set up to where you can pay all at once, or you can even make payments on it. 3 payments. I don't remember what the payment amount was. Okay, so we got it outlined on the outside. Now let's put our grooves, I guess you would say, sections. And that is not dry, so I've got to try not to put my hand in it. Working it in so it kind of fades out. You don't want a really harsh line. Okay, that's doing okay. Now it's going to be tricky around the heart because the heart's going to come up around it a little bit. Okay, and then we'll come back over here and meet it. I don't know what gave me this idea. These are really popular right now. And I just saw this hanging there and I thought, I haven't painted on fabric in at least 30 years. I don't know if y'all can hear the helicopter taking off. All right, I'm going to come down a little bit further with that. Oh, that's good. That's wiping off so easy. After you paint this, you're supposed to heat set it with an iron. Of course, I'm going to put parchment paper or something over it. But you're supposed to heat set it and then wait. I think it said 48 hours. I really don't remember what it said on there, but you just have to read the directions. And being a little easy with it because I'm still just a little bit afraid of what it's going to do, but I think it's doing okay. Everybody on here, don't forget that this Sunday is Mother's Day, so don't forget your mamas. Even if it's just a phone call, that's good. Okay, I'm going to come down even just a little bit further with this bottom one, just to kind of fill in some space. And kind of come around that heart just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of shading, give it a little bit of a 3D look. And then we'll fill in that red. I'm really liking how this is, the feel of it. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but I think I am. Now my brain's going 90 to nothing. What else can I paint on it? The bag was $3.99 plus tax. I'm sure they probably run them on sale. A little more down here at the bottom. I really need anything on those bees. Okay, I'm going to dry this just a little bit so I can work on the heart without running my arm through it. Hey, Miss Amber. Hi, Patricia. Nay-nay. Thank y'all so much for coming in. I love seeing all these names. I was just telling them, Amber Savage that's on here, that's Logan's mom. So she's getting all ready for his birthday party Saturday. I asked him, I said, well, what is your theme going to be for your party? We're not having a theme. I said, I know your mama way better than that. I can guarantee you there will be a theme. So I think we're having a Minecraft theme. Okay, well, that's cooling down just a minute. Okay, so what I did was I just made a little not cardboard, just a manila folder. I just drew on there. Then I took and traced on tracing paper around that and kind of did my outline. And then I took graphite paper. It's like graphite paper, only it's colored. This one's yellow. It comes in yellow, red, blue. I don't know. I've had it for years. So I used the yellow one. I didn't want a harsh black. And then just traced around it with that. And it worked out pretty good on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our heart. And I'm going to do that in the tomato red. Everything I'm using tonight, I believe, is the Deco art colors. And it's not going to take a lot of this, so just a little bit out there. And add this medium. So again, it's 2 parts paint and 1 part medium. And since this is something that's not going to be probably not going to be thrown in the washing machine, if you get it a little off on the measurements, I think you would probably be okay. Okay, and I'm just going to stick with this angle brush. It seems to be working okay. So tomato red, and then we'll shade it with the rockwood red. We'll see if that's dark enough. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get you just a little bit closer. Okay, is that better? I didn't realize I had you so far away. supper time. All the scam calls are starting. And I don't know if the paint is flowing on here so well because of the material, or if it's because it has that medium in it that's helping it to flow, but it's really doing well. I think I might have to paint a sunflower on one, and just some pretty flowers, different colors, maybe a hummingbird. Y'all know me and my hummingbirds. We had the most gorgeous painted bunting out there yesterday on the bird feeder. They have about every color you can imagine. They look like something that comes from the tropics. The angle brush is good for getting into corners in rounded areas. It's a good shader. I usually use a flat to shade just because that's kind of what I'm used to. But the angle brush, you can tell how it angles down. It's a real good shader as well. Just what you're comfortable with. But you can see how the edge that sticks out, the toe of it, really gets good up against that line. I'm going to try that rockwood red. If it's not dark enough, we'll go to a dark brown. I did put gray underneath the red. Anytime you're painting with red, if you've got a red that doesn't cover real well, if you'll put gray under it, it helps it to cover, just like putting white under yellow. Okay, I'm going to dry that just a little. Amber, I found Logan. Can Logan hear me? I don't want him to hear what I'm about to say. So if Logan's where he can hear me, I won't say anything. You'll have to let me know. Hi, Diana. I appreciate y'all being on here. I was saying at the beginning of the live, I did not know this until a week or so ago, but it really helps if you like what you see. I don't ever want you to do it if you don't care for it or care for the live or whatever, but see if that's gonna be dark enough. When you give somebody that's going live or even on their videos or anything, when you give them hearts, Facebook recognizes those hearts and they reach out over time to more of your followers when you get hearts on things. So anytime we get hearts on there, it helps us with our Facebook reach. Like I have almost 800 followers, and very few of those actually does Facebook reach out to. And so I learned that getting hearts really helps with that. So I would appreciate any hearts that you would like to give. And I'm saying hearts, H-E-A-R-T-S, not the stars, but the hearts. I would appreciate it. I am trying to get my reach up there. And again, I'm only 7 away from the 800 mark. Let's see if I can put these handles inside. I'm afraid I'm going to get them in the paint. Just see if they'll fit in there. Yay! We'll see if that'll work. Okay, so I've got them in there. And again, I've got wax paper in between this and the purse itself. Okay, let's see if this shows up enough. Okay, let me see. I have to hold it up out of the light. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be okay. I might add just a tad of, let me grab some black. Let's put a little bit of black in it. just a little bit, just to darken it, just a tad. I don't want a lot, because that black goes a long ways. And that one stopped up. All right, I'm just grabbing an apple barrel black and just going to try to get one little drop in there without the whole bottle going in there. Okay, that darkened it up. I mean, it's probably going to look black, but I think we'll be okay. Let's see. Hold my breath. Okay, it does look pretty dark, but I think I like it better than the other. Just wasn't showing up, and it makes it look like it is set in, because this is supposed to be the opening. Okay, yeah, that's showing it pretty good. That's okay. I was afraid it was going to be way too dark, but I think it looks okay. And this is a very soft brush. I wasn't sure if I was going to have to get a really stiff brush. Okay, I'm going to get this dark on here, and then I'm going to get kind of feather it out a little bit with, I'll go back over it with the regular red. Just to kind of tone it down just a little bit. We are going, I'm not going to say exactly when we are going, because I don't like to say on Facebook Live when we're going to be away from our home, because anybody can watch this. But we are going soon on vacation back to Laurel, Mississippi. So excited. We didn't get to stay, but just I think we stayed 3 days last time. But we're going to stay a full week this time, so I am super excited. And I get to meet some of the followers that are on here. Going to get to meet Christy and Wanda. I don't have the names in front of me, and I don't know all of their last names, but get to meet her. Okay, so I'm going to go over that just a little bit and tone it down with that red. Just kind of softening it up. Okay, and then we're going to work on our bees while that dries. And I think we're going to put some vines down here. And maybe even some grass. Okay, I think I need to go a little darker here with that, or a little more with that brown here. Okay. All right, so since I've got that dark black out here, or looks black, I'm going to see what it looks like on using it on the bees. It's got a little bit of that red tint in it, but I think it's dark enough that I can get away with it. Okay, I think that looks plenty black. A little bit of red showing through. All right, let's do this one over here. Okay, let's do some black little strappies across here. And I'm using that number 5 round. Oh, that changes it. Look at that bee. We'll have to put some wings and some little antennas on there. Antenna, I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Those 2 little things that stick out. I think you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to put a second coat on that. I'm going to get a small liner brush to do the fly lines. We'll dry that and then we'll put some, I've got some gray already mixed up that I used on that, underneath that red. And so we will, let's see, we'll just use that. Okay, so I've got a little short liner here. It is a 000, and this is by Grabby. I got it online. So I'm going to take some of that dark, that black. We're going to make some little fly lines. Kind of see where they've been, where their path has led them. Let that come on down here. Okay, I'm doing the same thing over here. Gonna make him look like he's been doing a loop-de-loo. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and outline just barely around the yellow. Let's do it on this one. I have a huge bumblebee that guards outside of my garage door. And every time I go out there, I remind him that this is not his house and that I can go outside my garage door anytime I want to. I was fussing at him the other day. Now I've got something, an idea that I have for up here. And I'm going to let y'all vote on what I'm going to do with it. I'll show you here in just a minute. Patricia, Mississippi is your home state? How far from Laurel did you live? Okay, so I had mixed up some of that gray earlier. So I'm going to just put some wings on with that. But first I need to do the little antennas before I forget. I'm so excited about Tamara's Live in July in Dallas. I didn't think that the presenters were going to get to do any of the crafts because we would be busy presenting and having our classes. But I learned that we do. We will get to do some. So I'm super excited about that. And the best time of all is the Friday night pajama party where everybody just comes in their, some of us came in our pajamas. Last year, but just sweats and pajamas and whatever, just comfortable. And you get to sit and if there's a project that you didn't get to finish that day, you get to work on that. But that is the that's my favorite time because everybody gets to visit, really visit, find out where everybody's from and talk. Okay, here's what we've got so far. It's bright. I like how bright the colors are. Okay, so let's get some, I'm going to dry it just a little bit so that black doesn't mix in with the gray I'm about to use. I will probably go over this with Mod Podge, and seal it so that it will be easy just to wipe off and clean. It's probably already treated with something, I'm not sure, underneath, but I think that would probably be good to go ahead and just do that. Okay, I do not have these wings drawn on. I'm just going to, ready for it? Wing it. I'm just going to wing it. We'll see what we get. Might have to do the white. Let me put some more white in it. I don't think that's going to show up really well. Just a little more. After putting that on, it just doesn't look like it's gonna show up real well. So I'm just gonna lighten it up a little bit with some of that white, and I put a little more of that medium in there. I'm just mixing it up. All right, let's see if that shows up a little bit better. I think I'm going to have to go straight white with them. It's just not this color. It's pretty close. It must have some gray in it, because it's just not showing up like I want it to. Might have to do white and then shade it in the gray. Anybody have really big plans for Mother's Day? Do you have to travel? Are you just going to have a relaxing day where nothing's really expected of you? Which is always kind of nice. Okay, I'm going to go to my larger brush also. Okay, much better. This material is very coarse, so you have to kind of work to get it down in the crevices. Now you can see it. All right, let's turn it around. Whoops. Knocked my brush off. Thought I needed to turn it around the other way, but we're going to go this way. I'm kind of pushing down in there to get it to fill up that porous section, or little sections, I guess you would say. Thought about putting another wing down here, but I think we're going to leave it with just the two, and I might put little legs down there. Okay, I'm going to let that set up for just a minute, and then we'll put a little bit of gray. This is a kind of bag, I guess you could use it as a purse, but just to, I don't know, I guess you could use it to tote some of your craft supplies if you're going somewhere with them. Special papers. It's real stiff, the purse itself, the burlap, and then it's lined with that hard plastic inside, so if anything were to spill in it, get wet, you know, anything wet or anything like that, it wouldn't get on the actual purse. It would be easy to clean. Let's make that come out just a little further. Okay, so I'm going to dry those right quick, and then I'm going to put a second coat on them. Bobble bag, yes, that would be cute. Hi, Heather. Yes, I'm excited to We haven't had a road trip since that trip last fall, so I am super excited. My husband is a fantastic travel buddy. He's also a very good shopping buddy. Most husbands don't like to shop. He loves going junk shopping or antique shopping, or just anything. We just enjoy being together. It doesn't matter what we're doing, but he really is good when it comes to shopping. And he's kind of learned what I look for. So he'll scout out things for me. He's found me some actually pretty good things when we're looking that I've been able to use and repurpose. Got a little bit of white on that. I'll put one more coat on these up here. And then we'll go over them just a little bit with some of that gray just to shade them a little bit. Okay, it's going to really come to life here in a minute when we get this. I'm going to put some grass down here. We could also put some little, no, we're not going to do that. Start to say some little flight lines or little motion lines around his wings, but I think we're good. Okay, so I've got a little bit of gray just on the tip of my brush. Just going to put it at the just around the top of the wings, just to give them a little bit of dimension. Okay, let's see what it looks like with some legs. I'm going to take that little bitty liner brush again. The paint is staying wet longer with that medium in there. I'm having to reload each time because it really takes the paint off your brush. All right, I think I'm going to outline these wings a little bit. Again, I did not know what we were going to do exactly on this, so just doing it as we go. Okay, I think that made them stand out a lot better. Okay, let's go ahead and do the vines. When I drew this out a few minutes ago, decided I wanted to put some vines on it. So let me kind of see where I put those. And I think we'll go with, let's go with the burnt umber. Okay, so far I don't think I have forgotten to add the medium to any of my paint. I think we're good. Okay, so I'm going to use this color for the vines. And I think I'm going to try that larger round. Well, actually, try a little bit longer liner brush. So I'm going to switch to the longer one and see if we can get some vines going here. And then we'll put some little leaves on it. And then I want you guys to decide what we're going to do. I've got two different choices. Actually three choices. So we'll see what we're going to do with that. Okay, so let's make a vine. Okay, let's make one come out here. I want it to look like it's going behind it. And then we'll make some small ones. This one's going to come out from here and go all the way, almost all the way across. Okay, so here's what I'm doing with this liner brush. I'm just making some vines. And then we're going to put some little leaves on there. Okay, so I want some to come up. And okay, now let's do one on the other side. I've got paint all over my fingernails. Okay, that brown is showing up really well. Okay, and let's just come on around with this one. Let's make one more coming around. Right now it looks kind of spooky, like its arms coming around. Okay, so now we need, let's do a little bit lighter green. I'm going to go with Hauser Light, but I'm also going to do the Hauser or Avocado, and we'll do a little bit of mixing. So I need to add a little bit of that medium. Mix it up. We'll see if that's going to work. It's not going to take much of either color because we're just going to do little leaves on there. Well, but we're going to use it for the grass too, so we might have to mix a little bit more. Okay, so here's our color palette so far. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this small little liner. And everywhere I've got a little vine sticking out. Just going to do a leaf. I may have to go back to that round if this doesn't do. I think it'll be all right. And just the shape of a football, and then just fill it in. And then we'll come back with some of that lighter green. Let's try with that larger round and see if we can just smoosh and lift it like we did at our party. May not have enough stability on it. Okay, I'm going to go with the larger round because it's just covering better. And just the shape of a football. And then we're going to come back and lighten them up just a little bit. So this is the avocado. Now we could have done this, and I thought about it, but you could have done this like a tree coming up here, and do this smaller and hanging from a tree. That would have been cute too. Could do flowers, big flowers around it. Just a lot of different options. But I definitely will be painting a few more of these. This might have been on sale, I'm not sure. I have to look at my receipt. Okay, and we're going to dry it just a tad and then come back in with that lighter green. All right, did I miss any of the, yes I did. I see one over here that I missed. Missed this one. that one just a little bit bigger. Okay, I don't think I missed any. Okay, let's dry it just a little. And now let's come in with some of that Hauser medium green. Light green, I'm sorry. I think it was light. Yes, light green. And let's just give some highlights. I'm just doing it on the tops of them where the light would be hitting. And we are getting close to being done with it. Got to do our grass and then show you what we're going to possibly do up here at the top. I don't know if you can see that on camera. I'll try to hold it up so you can, but just the difference, putting that lighter green in there, it doesn't look so flat. See if I can hold it really still. All right, let's get some grass on here and let's go to that larger round. And let's start with our dark green. And let's just start. Get you in here. We're just going to make some little twigs here and there. We can go all the way across. This feels so different than the wood. Not that you would find the beehive on the ground, but it just adds to it a little bit. Maybe it fell out of the tree. Or maybe some ornery little boy knocked it out of the tree. Just to see what they would do. That's happened at my house many times. And then they just couldn't understand why they got stung. Let's fill that in just a little bit. Okay, now let's take that light green and throw some of that in there. Oops, need to dry it a little bit. It's just kind of mixing in. Bees are so popular this year. Everywhere I look, they've got bees for sale. Anything with bees painted on it, and so many of the lives, the girls are doing bees. So I guess that's the thing this year. And the gnomes. The gnomes are still super popular. I have not painted a gnome. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of that brown and I'm going to kind of dry brush. I'm going to get it on my brush. Well, actually, let me get a little bit stiffer brush and kind of put some dirt down here. We'll see how this goes. So I'm going to get it on. I've got a really stiff brush. Then I'm going to wipe it off on my paper towel. And I'm just dry brushing it on. Putting it on, taking it off. So that it doesn't just look like a blank space down there. Coming right up to that grass line. Okay, so there's what we've got so far. I'm going to take a little bit of that gray. And I'm going to get most of it off and just kind of dry brush. A little bit of that gray on there. Let's see what it looks like. I may end up wiping it off, but I just wanted to see what a little bit of that highlight did. Let me look at it. Okay, I'm going to tone it down a little bit with some of that red. Okay, we're going to get just a little more of the shading on there. Work that in a little bit. It gives just a little bit of a hint of a highlight, but it's not real super noticeable, but it is there. I don't know if you can see it in camera. Okay, I'll let you glance at that a second, and then I'm going to grab my ideas for up here. All right, let's put a little bit of heat to it so I'm not messing anything up. Okay, so my ideas for this were, I could put like 3 buttons here, glue some buttons on, or even sew some buttons on, some big buttons. I didn't get those out. Or I could do, and I know this will be backwards for you, but I could do, let me grab these handles out of here. I could do something like, of course I'd have to center it and glue them on, but be kind. So I could do be kind, or I could do buttons, or I could glue some buffalo plaid on there. So what do y'all think? Without anything, I could even do some blue for sky up here. I could paint some checks on. I could do the buffalo plaid, or the be kind, or not put anything at all. So what do you think? I need to make that the center. Buffalo plaid, that's my choice. Yep. Be kind. Christy likes the be kind. But you really like the buffalo plaid too? I know. I am. The only thing I'm concerned about the be kind, I've got that stick fast glue and I think it would hold it. I just wouldn't want them getting knocked off. I don't think they would with that stick fast or E6000. I think it would be okay, but I think the plaid really gives it some contrast. Let's see what it looks like this. Maybe we can have our cake and eat it too. That may cover too much of it up though. It's upside down. Could do something like that. Still get the buffalo plaid, but you get your letters too. Does that look too busy? Okay, what about that? Tell me your thoughts on that. What are your votes? And I guess I would just hot glue this on because I don't have any fabric glue. Let me take this out because I think it's probably dry enough that we're going to be okay. Without that, you love both. All right, Chrissy, you're no help. I need the, let me turn it around this way and look at it and see. Okay, let me look at it with the words on it. You're right, Chrissy. I think we could go either way. I think it could go either way. All right, I think it turned out super cute. I may go in here and put even just a little bit lighter green. Let's see if we've got some of that lime. This is Anita's lime. Let's put a little more. And it's not going to soak through, so I'm going to put a little bit of this lime green on it. Just to add texture, one more layer of color on it. So y'all, this was super, super, super easy. Easier than what I thought it was going to be. I first told myself, you're crazy to try this online, live, before you've even tested it. So I'm going to go through here and put a little bit of this lighter green in here too. Not near as much, but just to give it one more layer of new growth. And I might even put some of this on the leaves to get them to show up just a little better. It just looks a little dark. Polka dots would be pretty too. And you'll know I just said something about a gnome, that I'd never painted a gnome before. I'm wondering if, get in here before I forget. On my snowman, I'm wondering if this shape, here's the shape, I'm wondering if I could somehow do a gnome face. I'm going to have to work on that. I think I could make this a gnome. So far this has been a snowman. I've painted him as a scarecrow, a gingerbread man, a penguin, the snowman. Now I'm going to have to try a gnome. I think I'm going to have to try it. I'll have to adjust the hat somehow. I'm going to have to draw it out. Now I won't be, that'll be on my mind when I'm trying to sleep tonight. Okay, let me get a little bit of that light green, and I'm going to lighten these up just a little on these leaves, so to show up a little bit better. Oops, I'm glad I did that because there's a leaf I missed. That had soaked into that material a little bit, that other color, and I kind of lost my highlight on these. So this lime is doing the trick though. One I missed. Oh yeah, that shows up so much better. All right, girls. I will, once I finally figure out what I'm going to do with this, once I finish it, I will take a picture. I'm going to let it really, really dry, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of Mod Podge over it. Hello, hello. Whew, face is red. It got hot up here. I had to turn the fan on. But I think it turned out cute. I'll show you the inside of it. Thank y'all for the hearts. Yay. Thank you, thank you. I love to get the hearts. Okay, so it opens up. It has a square bottom once you open it up. And once you get things in it, and it has sat, you know, with some things in it, I would probably cut a little piece of cardboard and put down in there even to help it sit up. But all of the inside is lined with, it's got a plastic on it. So I think it's a really nice, I might make some of these for the craft show. And just put all different kinds of things on them. But once you get, I think the band definitely needs something on it, whether painted or material ribbon or, you know, whatever. I think that definitely adds to it. Just kind of gives it that finished touch on there. So I think I like that a lot. All right, well the colors turned out really bright and I wasn't sure how they would turn out on there, so I like that. Could even put the, oh no, I thought of something else. Okay, let's try this. Let's just see what it looks like. Okay, so if we did this up here, that's got some little phrase, and down here at the bottom, we could do the Be Kind. Let's see what that looks like. Oops. No, I don't like that. I think it takes away from it. Already don't like it. Okay. All right, girls. Well, I'm going to call this a night. I am going to be preparing for a live sale on here. And I'm not sure the date yet, but I will let you know what that date is. And I'm going to have all kinds of things in it. This would be easy to ship. So that will be in it, but I'm going to have several of my spring and possibly some of my fall things that that I've painted on there. So be spreading the word for that. I will have an advertisement on here soon. As soon as I've got to get everything marked on the back and get all, but now that I know how to invoice, I can do things like that. Oh, hey, Miss Jean, you missed it. You'll watch later. Okay. I tried tonight for the first time to paint on fabric. This is like a painter's canvas. It's a purse or a tote bag, and it's even got Velcro oh, this has Velcro. So this is a pocket, you know, as well. So it has Velcro, and it's not lined, but it is on the inside. So I will get it all finished up and I will post a picture. And I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see. It's not even 8 o'clock and I started late. It was almost 6:15 by the time I started. So we did pretty good on that. We did really well. So we'll see what I end up putting on here. And I will take a picture and I will post it tomorrow. So you ladies have a fantastic weekend. I'm working on, let me grab him right quick. I am working on the Scarecrow version of the snowman. Here's the big snowman. So I've got a big one and then I've got that little one that was ordered. But I'm working on the Scarecrow, and this will be mine that I will keep for my tutorial. I mean, when I'm doing paint parties. This one is super, super popular, this one and the Scarecrow. So I do paint parties with them a lot. So I thought, well, I'm just going to paint myself a big one front and back, and then I can just use that, set it up there as for the sample when I'm doing my paint party. So that's what I'm working on. So if I get to work on that tomorrow, I'm not sure. I've got to go run some errands for my mama. But if I get back in time and I end up painting on that, I will get on here with you and paint. But I will let you know. So if you don't already get notifications when I go live, if you'll go up to the 3 dots at the top, hit that, it will give you the opportunity to press that little bell, I believe it is, get notifications when I go live. And also, if you've never hit the follow button, I would appreciate it if you would do that. And sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. We are only 7 away from 800 followers. And when I do, I know, I'll tell you what, I'll get this all finished up. And the happy mail for when I get to 800 will be this. How about that? Would y'all like to get this? If your name is drawn, would you like that, or would you like something else? Let me know. I think that would be a cute gift. You could use it, all kinds of different things. You could use it. So we'll just do that. Once I get to the 800 mark, this will be in your happy mail. So sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle so that we can have another drawing on that. Yay, Nene says yes. Okay, you like the plaid at the top. Be kind at the bottom. Okay, well, I'm going to work on it. We'll see what I end up with. If I can get those letters to stick well enough, we will do that. All right, ladies, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I love, love, love getting on here with y'all. I canceled a doctor's appointment today for my eyes that need to be checked for all that blood pressure stuff, because I was not going to miss painting with y'all tonight. When I told the doctor's office that, they said, well, why'd you have to reschedule? I I said, well, if you're going to dilate my eyes, I can't see what I'm doing tonight to paint, and I can't handle my ring light if you're going to dilate my eyes. So we're just going to have to reschedule because y'all are important to me. All right, I hear my hubby down there, and he went and got us some supper. So we're going to go sit and relax and watch a movie, and I'm going to work on some more crafty things while I'm doing that. Thanks for hopping on. Thank you so much. All right, Christy, I'll see you in just a few weeks. Bye-bye.